Terry, good morning. Thanks for joining us. And I want to start with the clock, the play clock on the field, because we saw a situation in the Kansas City-Denver game. Explain to me from an officiating standpoint of what you're supposed to see with the clock and when the ball is snapped.
Good morning, Dan. Great to be with you again. So with the play clock, it's not, first of all, it's not intended to be like a shot clock in basketball. It's not a technical application of a rule that they want enforced every single time. So mechanically,
well, wait, what does that mean, Terry? That they don't want?
That means, well, there are a lot of technical violations that happen during the course of a game that you just don't want called. You want warnings issued. You want it to be a little more obvious that an error, that a foul's been committed, because just like fans, the league does not want a lot of unnecessary flags. So, and delay of game is one of them. It's, the clock doesn't start instantly when the play clock doesn't start instantly when the play's over. There's a 1 or 2 count. It's just a general guideline that we want the ball snapped within about 40 seconds of the previous play. So mechanically, they assign it to the back judge. He's the guy in the middle of the field on the defensive side, way about 30 yards from the ball, right? So he's watching the play clock, and I noticed in Denver it's low, so that helps him a little bit. So he's watching it. It hits 0. Then he goes to find the ball. Has the snapper started moving the football at that point? If it's clearly still on the ground, then he's going to shut the game down and throw a flag. If the ball is starting to move at about that time, he's going to let it go. And what's interesting about this happens 2, 3, 4 times, I would say, in just about every football game, where it's bang, bang like that. And it's almost never, ever commented on because the subsequent play doesn't really mean anything. Well, on Monday night, the subsequent play actually was a big play, so now it becomes a huge talking point. Denver's outraged. The players are talking about it. But this has been consistently enforced this way since I got in the league in '98, and I'm certainly way before that. This is not anything unusual at all.
Did you hear from the league office and they said, look, guys, don't call it unless it's really, egregious? Like, is that what the directive was?
Absolutely it is. You want the ball to be clearly on the ground when the eyes get to the football from going from the play clock. In fact, if you did it any other way, if the back judge called it too technically, they would get downgraded. Even though it was at 0 at the instant that the ball, and the ball was still on the ground, if they threw the flag too quickly and shut the play down, they would be downgraded in that situation.
I don't understand that. Like, why have a rule that you can't enforce? I mean, it's loosely
enforce it, but you're right. It is loosely enforced because it's not like the play clock. It's not like the shot clock in basketball. It's a technical violation, just like lining up illegal formations, and the defense has his face mask just barely in the neutral zone. It's things that you could call constantly throughout the game that just frustrate fans, coaches, players, officials that don't need to be called unless it's clearly obvious that a foul's been committed.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.